What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh players? Brand new massive Yu-Gi-Oh news. This is huge. We got a brand new monster type called the Illusionist. I mean, look at their first drop over here. This looks like, it looks almost like a metal Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm wondering what the price on this card is going to be, but let's check it out. It's a brand new type, so let's go and check it out. So the name, I guess we don't even get the name unless the name is illegible, but this is a brand new type, so it's called an Illusionist. So it's a level 7 Dark Illusionist effect monster with 2500 attack, 2000 defense points, and its first effect is monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Second part is, at the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster. Ooh, okay, so it's a snatch steal. And then the third effect is, once per turn at the start of the damage step, if another monster attacks, you can destroy one card on the field. It's not too bad of an effect. They, I guess, are about illusion. Okay, so it's, I guess the first one is going to be an ultimate rare. I don't know if the TCG is going to get it any different, but man, that card looks very pretty. But let's go and check out more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's so much new things that just dropped today. So let's go check out the new Altergeist. So we have Altergeist Wisp over here. It's a level 3 light spellcaster tuner effect monster. Attack 15, 0 defense. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is, if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you get a special summon it. The second part is, if this card is normal or special summon, you get to target one Altergeist monster in your graveyard except for Altergeist Wisp, special summon in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. The next card is Altergeist Trader. Here is the picture of it. It looks like it's a level 1 fire spellcaster effect monster, 500 attack, 300 defense points. It says you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is this card can attack directly for 500 points of damage. The second part is, when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you get to draw one card. The third part is, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to send one Altergeist card from your hand, deck, or face up on the field to the graveyard, except for itself. Okay, next up, they got a brand new Link monster. So here is the artwork on this. Looks like it's going to be Link 4 with 3000 attack, and its effect reads... Okay, so I guess the Link zones are important first. So the Link zones are going to be in the top, bottom, left, and right, and for the materials, it's 2+ Altergeist monsters. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is, if this card is Link summoned, you get to set one Altergeist trap direct from your deck. That's a really good effect. The second part is, once while face up on the field during the main phase, as a quick effect, you can send one card you control to the graveyard, then target one effect monster your opponent controls, take control of it, and if you do, it is treated as an Altergeist monster. That's a pretty good effect. Next up though, Altergeist Revitalization. It's a normal trap card that says you can only use one of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, only once that turn. The first part is to target one Altergeist Link monster in your graveyard and special summon it, bringing back the other monster. Second part is, you can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after this effect resolves, or normal summon an Altergeist monster. So that's pretty solid support, I would say, for Altergeist. Haven't really seen too much play from them. Next up, guys, this is actually pretty big news as well. The mythical beast, what is it, Gazelle, Baphomet, this is actually getting some support. It's like all the legacy stuff is getting some support now. So Gazelle, the king of the mythical claws, here is the artwork on this card. Looks like it's a level 4 earth, 1500 attack, 1200 defense points, and it's going to be, of course, a beast monster. So it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is, if it's normal or special summon, you get to add a level 5 fiend monster or one Chimera fusion from your deck to your hand. The second part is, if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion summon, you get to add one Illusionist monster from your deck to your hand. Oh, so that's literally that one card, because there's, as far as I'm aware of, there's literally only one Illusionist monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! The one that they just announced, the big news. Next up, we have the Baphomet, the Great Wing. So this is going to be a dark level 5 fiend effect monster, 1400 attack, 1800 defense points, and here is the artwork. Looks like it's also going to be a card that works well with the other part of the archetype. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is, if this card is normal or special summon, you get to add a level 4 beast monster and or a Chimera fusion from your deck to the hand. Also, you can't special summon monster from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for fusion monsters. Second part is, if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion summon, you can target an Illusionist monster in your graveyard and special summon it, which, again, that is this card over here. That's literally the only target. Whoops, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So that is that effect. I mean, that card is really legit, though. Like, it's pretty solid so far. Next up, what is this? Cornfield Kotar? This doesn't even look like it's part of the archetype. Let's check it out. So it's a Wind, level 4. Oh, this is also an illusionist. This is our second illusionist monster. We get more than one. So 500 attack, 17 defense points. It says you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is you can discard this card to add one monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand, except for itself. Second part is monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Third part is when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card or cards you control, and you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard, negate the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. Okay, so it's only for targeting, but at least we get more illusionist monsters. This is, oh, we're getting even more illusionist monsters. Wow. So next up we have Mirror Swordsman. This is a brand new level 4. It's going to be a light 1900 attack, 300 defense points, and it says you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part, as a quick effect, you contribute this card to special one monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck except for Mirror Swords Knight. Second part is monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Third part is when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field and you control Chimera the flying mythical beast, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard and negate the effect. Okay, now we're looking at something pretty dang cool. Now the third effect is only a once per turn, but being able to banish something to negate effect, that is pretty good. It doesn't destroy it though, it just negates it. But like if you can dump 3 of these into the graveyard, and you can obviously control it, so you can't just like throw this in Lightsworn and just hope, right? Or throw like grass in every single deck and make it work. Maybe this card is going to be something that everyone plays. So this is the brand new Fusion. Looks pretty cool. Looks like it's got 31 attack, 28 defense points. It's going to be a Dark Illusionist. Oh, this is a first Illusionist Fusion ever. So its materials are Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast, and 1+ Illusionist Monster, which is like all the cards we're mentioning. The first part is this card's name becomes Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast, and is treated as a Phantom Beast card while on the field or in the graveyard. The second part is this card can make an attack on monsters during each battle phase up to the number of fusion materials used for its summon. The third part is monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Fourth part is if this card battled an opponent's monster, at the end of the damage step, you can change that opponent's monster's attack to 0 and also negate their effects. Next up though, we have the Chimera, the Phantom Beast King. This is a level 6 Wind Beast Fusion effect monster, 1200 attack, 1800 defense points. Its materials are 1 beast monster plus 1 fiend monster. It says you can only use the second and third effects of this card's name once per turn. The first part is this card's name becomes Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast while on the field or in the graveyard, but is still treated as a Phantom Beast card. The second part is if this card is fusion summoned, you can activate this effect during the end phase of this turn. Send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. Could be 50-50, depending on what deck you're playing up against. Third part is during your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 beast, fiend, or illusionist monster graveyard and special summon. Wow, that is pretty dang good, being able to bring something back as well. Next up though, we have Chimera Fusion, which is a quick play. Wow. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is, during the main phase, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extract using monsters from your hand field as fusion material, including a beast or fiend monster. Second part is, during your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you have Chimera, the Flying Beast, on your field or in your graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. Add this card back to your hand, banish this card, and if you do special summon 1 Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, and 1 Baphomet from your deck and or graveyard. Okay, pretty interesting. Next up, we have this is coming out in Duelist Nexus. This I don't even is this also Duelist Nexus? Dude, Duelist Nexus is getting more insane. I think this is Duelist Nexus. It says Dune. So Duelist Nexus, I mean, they are just jam-packing the set with everything. Okay, next up we have Heat of the Fire Charmer. So this card is always treated as a Charmer card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is you discard this card and a Fire Monster to add 1 Fire Monster from your deck to your hand with attack greater than the attack of the other discarded monster. Also, you cannot activate monster effects for the rest of this turn except for Fire Monsters. Second part is when a fire monster you control is destroyed by battle while this card is in your hand, you can just spell summon this card. I think this is a fantastic effect. This card, just being able to discard and search out any fire monster, could be pretty big for a lot of different decks. If every other archetype, like Dark specifically, gets this, oh man, that's pretty broken. Next up though, they have a 25th anniversary, brand new, is this a Dark Magician support card? Probably Dark Magician support. Anyways, this is called Magicians of Bonds and Unity. It is a level 8 light spellcaster special summon effect monster. 25 attack, 25 defense, cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summoned from your hand by having 25 or more cards in your graveyard. And it gains 2500 attack and defense while your opponent has 25 or more cards in their graveyard. What? I just don't see this card seeing any play. if you could spell someone at least from the graveyard once per turn, like, it would be, I don't know, 25 cards is a lot. By the time 25 cards are in your opponent's graveyard, they'd probably beat you. If you have 25 cards, you've probably already won the game. That's modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But there might be some cool conditions. Let me know, guys, what you think of this. Is it even supposed to be dark? I mean, the artwork, come on. You can't tell me that's not, like, Dark Magician Girl, like... It's not even like an off-brand one. It actually looks pretty legit. It's a good bootleg, okay, quality bootleg. Next up, these are announcements for AC Animation Chronicle. These are reprints. So, Chimera, Gazelle, we getting that vanilla reprint, Baphomet, Altergeist, Silk, Meluseek, Multi-Faker, Hexia, Prime Banshee, and Protocol all getting reprinted. And this one is actually my favorite announcement. And the next V Jump promo is a mystery. So it's a white Danny White Lion. It's a remake of the powerful card Dandelion. So it's supposed to work with Cypher the Sky Dragon. So that means it's probably going to be able to draw cards. I mean, that's how Cypher works. If you don't get to draw cards, maybe... Yeah, it's got to draw cards. This card could be pretty big, guys. Dandelion is one of the most insane Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the game, but, you know, it's kind of banned. So sometimes they hype up things for no reason. The last V Jump promo was not that bad. Let me know, guys, what you think the effect is, because it says the hint is it works with Cypher. It only would be something that has to draw cards, unless it searches out Cypher the Sky Dragon. But if this card is sent to the graveyard and you get to, like, draw 2 or 3 cards, oh... It's busted. It's going to be like a once per turn. You know it's going to be once per turn. Because if it's not once per turn, you get to, like, every time it goes to graveyard, draw 2 cards. Dude, it's beyond broken. We just opened up the doors for, like, a tier 0. You got to be playing this in every deck. Anyways, thanks for tuning, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. And let me know what you think of the Illusionist cards down below. But if you're new here, make sure you sub with the bell notification on so you don't miss out when we cover brand new other Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Take care, and I will see you on the next video.